Full moon in Scorpio. Let's talk about it. It's Sunday, April 29th, 2018. And so tonight we can expect a full moon. And with this particular full moon, it's going to be in the sign of Scorpio. So I wrote some notes down so that we can get into it and we can discuss it, and so that I don't miss any points that I want to try and make. So full moon in Scorpio. Today's full moon with Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto in retrograde is going to bring a lot of emotions to the surface. So if you are normally not an emotional person, or even if you are, you may start experiencing a lot more emotions going on inside of yourself, and you may not know exactly what's what or what's going on. So we can kind of blame that on full moon in Scorpio. Now, a lot of people don't believe that the universe affects us, or that we work with the universe and the universe works with us, so on and so forth. But you know, whatever your belief system is, it is what it is. But as for me, and this is from a personal perspective and a personal point of view, I do believe that we are affected sometimes and in some ways by certain astrological events and certain astrological phenomenon. So let's move on. What does it mean if the full moon is in Scorpio? So Scorpio's influence will bring all of your emotions to the surface. Get ready to feel all of your emotions. In a way, I think, to deal with experiencing an emotional roller coaster ride, if you are going through this, is just to meditate, take a deep breath, and just focus on positive aspects of your life, positive aspects of what you want out of life, and what you expect from yourself. Now remember, we can only control our emotions and our feelings. We can't control anyone else or the situations that we face, or some other certain situations that we're in, but we can learn how to cope with it, and we can learn how to deal with it. And I think that it's important that we learn how to just breathe. Sometimes, you know, you just have to be by yourself. You just have to take a moment to just regroup and get yourself together. So if you're going through this emotional ride between today and tomorrow, or for the next few days, these are some of the things I feel as though, you know, that I would recommend and that I suggest that you try to do. Meditate, focus on the good and on the positive, and know that hard times don't always last, and know that there's some good days that are ahead. And of course, you know, you just have to take the good with the bad, and it's all balanced, because you can't have negative without positive. You can't have positive without negative, because they go together. So when we experience negative things, we just have to remember that it is what it is. It's a part of life, because we all go through situations within our lives and within ourselves, you know, that we have to deal with and that we have to cope with. And sometimes it's very difficult, it's very sad, and it's hard. But, you know, this is how we learn, and these are the life lessons that we are presented with. And it is our responsibility to learn how to accept and how to deal and how to cope. All right, so Scorpio can draw out the darkness within us, which I call the lower self, and or our most enlightened selves, which is our higher selves. So this could go either way. We could experience both positive aspects of this full moon in Scorpio. We could experience negative aspects, so we could experience both. But it's our responsibility to learn how to gel and mesh them together and make the most of it. So according to the article I read on bustle.com, Scorpio has 3 phases. The first phase is the low vibe, and it's the ground-dwelling scorpion who stings every threatening passerby. So if you get into a Scorpio's way, it's a possibility you could get stung. And so right now, let's talk about the traits of Scorpio, because to understand the low vibration, or the low vibe ground-dwelling Scorpio, we have to take a moment to understand the Scorpio sign. So the Scorpio sign's element is water, and it's a fixed quality, and its rulers are Pluto and Mars. Now, they say that the planet Pluto doesn't exist anymore, and that is another video for another time, of whether we get into the existence of Pluto, whether it's still considered a planet or not. I've heard that it has not been considered a planet for quite some time now, but growing up I was taught that there were 9 planets and Pluto was one of them. But like I said, video for another time. So let's get back on subject. Full moon in Scorpio, what to expect. And also, some of the traits of Scorpio are strong-willed, mysterious, secretive, resentful, and manipulative. So that's when we talk about the low vibe. We could delve into the resentful side of this time of the full moon in Scorpio, and the manipulative. So you may feel resentful to something or towards someone, or someone may feel that way towards you, or you may be the manipulator and you may feel manipulated. I really don't know how this is going to affect you or how it's going to affect me, but I can only control my situation the best I can and the best that I know how. And I feel as though that, you know, this is why I'm doing this video, so maybe it would help someone who comes across it to understand a little bit more about what they may be experiencing at this time and what they're going through. So moving on, with the full moon in Scorpio, ruler of secrets, it reveals secrets we've been keeping, including hiding your own light. So hiding your own light. What does that mean? What's that all about? Well, hiding your own light, hiding your true feelings or your true self. So, oh, and I said that it has 3, that Scorpio has 3 phases. So we just dealt basically with the first phase. And the other 2 phases that you can read for yourself, it's located on bustle.com, and that's bustle.com. So you can check those out. Going into hiding your own light, like hiding what's really, you know, concerning you at this point in time, that may be revealed. But I think that all depends upon you and the situation. Okay. And this is especially true for Aries, and I'm an Aries, Leo, Virgo, and Libra, as these particular signs have been involved in drama, have ignored relationships that need nurturing, or have been avoided dealing with a problem that needs attention. So during this time, it may be a possibility that something may occur, or something may arise, or something has led up to this point where certain things, maybe involving these particular signs, need to be addressed. So this full moon brings attention to the underlying energies playing out in our interactions. So while the Scorpio moon, full moon, encourages us to express ourselves and begin a complex transformation, the sun in Taurus wants to block your progress. So with the sun being in the sun sign Taurus, so it wants to kind of keep us complacent, keeps us in a position where we don't want to move forward, we don't want to grow, because we're comfortable right where we are right now at this specific point in time. But we have to remember that it's always important to want to grow and want to learn more and want to do better. So for Pisces and Cancer, this brings positive news for these particular sun signs. Pisces and Cancer, the Scorpio moon brings relief. So any recent anxiety you've been feeling, it'll disappear, and you'll enjoy a few days of calm and relaxation. Well, congratulations, Pisces and Cancer. But for the rest of our sun signs that haven't been mentioned, there may be a little more growing that we have to do at this point in time. Not saying that Pisces and Cancer don't have room for growth, because everybody does, no matter what your sun sign is, no matter what or astrological sign is. We all have room for growth. So basically, this in a nutshell, full moon in Scorpio is just letting us know that we need to brace ourselves and prepare ourselves for more room for growth and opportunities, and to be able to learn from our mistakes and our mishaps. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. And to my new subscribers, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you very much. And stay tuned for my next video. Peace.